for such a long time.
I've made a mistake.
Try to
there. Can you touch?
bring it down to when they don't chew for so
It's
long.
a really quiet click.
This is a different one than you were
It is a
using.
different
Yeah, I'll
clicker,
say.
yeah.
Oh yeah, it just
Yeah.
looks the same.
That one's a better one.
Yeah, the
This
one
one's
that's
just a
laying
bit
on the
rubbish.
ground there. Yeah.
Not gonna lie, it's a bit rubbish.
First of all, because they sometimes have that you can click two sides and one side clicks well and one side doesn't. But that's just
No, it's not.
that one's just quiet.
It is just a bit quieter. Look, can you touch? Good boy. And what I'd really like to do is to introduce Bob walking with the target. And at the moment, he's not too sure about whether it's possible. He can do it in the yard, but in here is in here, so it's different.
Right.
So I'm just going to see whether I can just instigate a few steps. Whoop.
Walking away.
Can you touch? This is what I could reach. Okay. I'm just going to click that because I feel that I don't want to be too strict with my criteria.
Okay.
Because if I'm strict with my criteria, that might start to make him think she wants too much.
There's like too much room for failure then as well
Too
for
much,
them.
lady.
Maybe
I
if
think
they
I
don't
wanna
know.
do this anymore. She's too strict. So I'm just going to be, but I can't be like that every time, because if I'm like that every time, then he'll just think, oh, that's what she wants.
Yeah.
So you have to sort of make a little judgment about how much can I push for and ask for, and when do I have to just sort of accept what I'm being given and be glad for that. Well, we'll see now. Can you touch? It's okay. You did a little reach there. And I'm not sure why he's reluctant to move forward in here, but he is. He's not less reluctant in the yard.
Okay.
Weird, isn't it?
Hmm.
But it's a different place, so I don't know. There's something in his head going on.
Yeah.
Can you touch? Let's see if we can.
Ooh.
Oh, good boy.
Nice
You
little
did
step.
Well. You took a whole step. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. It's not easy, is it? It's not easy being Bob. No.
But I suppose like what you said with, you clicked him first for reaching, because it's a build up to getting to step, isn't it? And then if it's too much, you just do something else or click it again. He's like, still busy. Oh yeah.
Can you touch? Oh, well done. Yeah, see, there's lots of ways to earn biscuits here. I think I call them biscuits because I like actually eating biscuits.
Yeah, it's your
It's relatable.
relatable
That's a real
effect.
reward, chocolate biscuit. Yeah, that's me. And these aren't chocolate. But...
I'd like some cheesy cookies.
I think you could. Try that. Wow. You took a shovel. I'm pretty sure you did. It's quite important, really. I probably need to do this very regularly in here, using the target particularly.
Well, he's finding it more difficult here than in the
reason,
yard,
yeah.
so.
I don't think he's got a big training history or an association with this being a contaminated space in his mind, because he hasn't really had a training history.
Do you think it would help or make a difference if you do this training to start off in the yard and then he's done it and then you take him here and ask exactly the same?
Yeah.
Because then he can remember, I just literally did it. It might
It may
be relatable.
Exactly that, yeah.
Yeah.
That obviously has a logistics problem because we've got Flojo in the yard and she'll just join in.
You would need to then put her out the
We
yard
would have
or
to
something.
Manage the area so that we were
Yeah.
able to work without interference
Yeah.
from Welsh
She will
section
put
bees.
her big nose in front to grab all the treats and the target.
Yeah, like, oh, just push him away, we'll get them. Can you touch? Wow, Bob! Look at you! Look at you moving! What a good pony! Aren't you? Maybe we can move it over here. You touch it over there. You don't even have to, you just have to look your head round.
So
Oh,
it's
there's
just
a horse.
looking away. Yeah.
Our horse is so much more interesting going past than this. Horse going by.
Can hear it.
You back in the room with us? Can you touch? Wow,
Yeah.
good head bending. I thought maybe if I mixed it up a little bit with not always saying, yeah, take a step, maybe if I mixed it up with just put your head here,
Reaching,
put your
yeah.
head there, maybe take a step, maybe don't. Maybe that would help. Just loosen him up a bit. I think he's basically afraid and he's just doing a freeze, a version of freeze. He'd really like to have a version of roll in here, which is why he's on a line.
Yeah.
What he'd like to do is go another roll.
Go off another roll. He's already sniffing again.
Bob, can you touch? Excellent.
Yeah.
Well done. Actually, I noticed then when I lifted the target away, I lifted it upwards, and he kind of followed it upwards, which is probably not a very helpful movement for him to learn to make. I'd like him to keep his head more where it is rather than lifted up. So I don't want to train him to lift his head up.
So would you need to maybe move
So
the target a bit more straight back, yeah, and then towards you instead of straight way up.
Just be a bit more careful about that. He's frightened if you move the target away too quickly as well.
He's really sensitive to lots
He
of
is really
things. He just
sensitive.
gets very quickly a bit stressed.
I think you could.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
Little sidestep.
So that worked better. As usual, the human makes the mistakes. The pony is just a pony.
Well, it's difficult because you don't sometimes always realize, because your head's so full of, like, definitely when you start, like, you're very experienced in knowing what to do, but if you start learning stuff like this, there's so much in your head going on, I feel like, that you then don't realize that you're bringing it up straight away and that his head is actually following it, because you just are still processing that he just did something or didn't do something.
Yeah, exactly.
I think in that way it's good to like also like film yourself when you're doing it by yourself, because you're like, oh, maybe you see a repeating movement or something.
Boy, you did a good group of that, didn't you? I think he's probably had enough repeats of that.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to unclip this.
Give him
and
his
let
role.
him carry on filming and just let him just choose
Carry
what
on
he
filming.
does.
Okay.
Because I knew that if I just came in here with him unclipped, he'd just want to roll, and I may not be able to have anything useful filmed. But I'm just going to unclip it quietly as I have and see what happens. I've never been pulling on it. Do you want to touch this? No, not really. I don't actually, seeing as you asked so nicely. You want to touch it here? Yes, good boy. So it's interesting that he's more reluctant to come forward using the target, but he's not at all reluctant to come forward when I ask him with not a hard whip touch, but with a tickle.
Right.
Yes, but that's probably to do more with the fact that it's very easy to scare him.
And also,
so
like, if you do a step forwards, he kind of just comes towards
he does a bit, yeah.
yeah, you.
But I think, you know, he is actually pretty scared of everything, really. Touch.
It's a scary world.
Do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Well, I think I can. You did well. You did well, didn't you? You a touch. How about if I'm down here?
Mm. Go on, Jackie, crawl.
You, oh my God. Come on, young man. Well done. Well done. We worship at the foot of the Shetland pony. Yes, we do. Don't touch over there. You probably could. Is it too hard? Is it getting stuck in your teeth? Oh no, I hate that when it happens. You need a toothpick. You try again. Try touch. Just had enough. Well done.
Good job, Bob.